Let's straight away get you the pictures that are now coming in of Prime Minister Narendra Modi departing for Israel. And this is going to be a two-day visit. As far as the Prime Minister there will be visiting and will be addressing the Conference of Presidents of Major American Jewish Organization in Jerusalem as well, which is the Parliament address. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi, most of the engagements that are now being seen as two leaders will be together, Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Netanyahu. And this development is now coming at a time, as far as when it comes to the Prime Minister of India, is likely to touch upon all issues when it comes to bilateral and regional interest during his two-day visit. So first playing out here on Times Now, where we are getting you the pictures there. Prime Minister Narendra Modi departing for Israel. This is going to be his two-day visit to Israel. Well, the Prime Minister has now departed. Rishabh, Dosti, defense, deals and dialogue set to be on the agenda.
Well, definitely. See, if we talk about India-Israel, the Dosti, defense and deals, these are on agenda is what we are given to understand. It is in a way a balancing act. Remember that India is walking on a very thin ice when it comes to West Asia. While India wants a sovereign, secured Palestine, they also want the interest of Israel to be taken care of. While India wants US to be its side, India also wants Iran to be hale and hearty, given that our relationship with Iran is as crucial as it is with the United States. So when Prime Minister is in West Asia, it is in a way maneuvering through the complications of West Asia, and the timing is definitely very, very important. While there are 24 hours to 48 hours threats coming in from Washington against Iran, and Iran standing strong against the United States, Prime Minister Narendra Modi at these hours visiting Israel is something that showcases that India wants to take things forward diplomatically via talk and doesn't want any further violence in West Asia. When it comes to India and Israel, Prime Minister is going to also address the Knesset, the Parliament of Israel tomorrow, and that is going to be very, very important. And so, how what Prime Minister says in the Knesset is something that everyone is looking at. Apart from that, the security pact will be renewed between the two sides. There will be innovation center that would be also inaugurated. And then also what we're given to understand that Prime Minister would be going to the Holocaust Museum.
Please just be on with us, because this is coming after 9 years. As far as Prime Minister's second visit to Israel is concerned, Mr. Arasan Singh is also connected with us. Sir, good morning to you. How are you viewing this as far as Prime Minister's visit to Israel is concerned? He's just departed.
Very, very significant, I would say, given the backdrop of the tension in the region involving Iran. And, well, it's a clear-cut diplomatic statement. And, message, strategic message to the world. Where do we stand on this whole issue? And, well, I would rather say it's very, very bold, very, very bold. We have not seen much of this kind of strategic messaging, such a strong strategic messaging from India. And I don't know, but yes, we have definitely, made a geopolitical shift, if it is not very premature for me to say. And at this time of crisis, which West Asia is facing, well, I would say that this has got very, very, very significant portents for the future. I would say, and we need to watch. But I'm really, really, very surprised that, with our outreach at this time of the, crisis.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Singh, for your point of view. So as far as Prime Minister Netanyahu is concerned, he had called this as a tremendous alliance between India and Israel, saying that they want to discuss all sorts of cooperation, because India is not a small country. India is enormously powerful as well. Well, Rishabh, because as we are pointing out, the Prime Minister's second visit to Israel, first being back in 2017. And that was also by the first ever by an Indian Prime Minister to the Jewish state.
Well, definitely. See, Prime Minister is visiting after 2017. Between 2017 and 2026, the 9 years, both the sides have met at various levels. It's not that the two sides have not seen each other. We have seen Netanyahu coming to India as well. There have been a lot of changes between the two sides. The 7th October 2023 also happened. The way things unfolded since then in West Asia is something that we are looking at. India, Israel, Iran conflict took a new level. The West Asia conflicts have also changed. Amid all this, Prime Minister visiting there is also something that showcases that India will try and balance act between the two sides. Remains to be seen how fruitful it would be. India and Israel would be talking about security, defense, counterterrorism. Remember just yesterday when the joint working group meetings between India and Israel took place here in Delhi, both the sides did talk about counterterrorism, FATF, and how the way things are changing dynamically in the terror world, and how India and Israel should be taking new steps against counter-terrorism and cross-border terrorism. So that all would be on display. So it would be interesting to hear what Prime Minister says. A, B, it would be very, very interesting to hear how and what the joint statement after this visit would be, because that would also affect the standings in West Asia.
Absolutely, and this is going to be a first address by an Indian Prime Minister at the, Israel Parliament as well, because in his departure statement, Rishabh, the Prime Minister has referred to Prime Minister Netanyahu as a dear friend when he announced his two-day visit to Israel.
Well, definitely. See, both the sides do have mutual respect for each other. We have heard and we have seen that there is excitement on ground in Israel also with this visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and the way both the sides are, attributing each other with allocates. For example, the dear friend is a phrase that has been used by Netanyahu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Both the Prime Minister is using this phrase for each other. Apart from that, if you see the newspapers in Israel as well, be it Jerusalem Post, be it Times of Israel, the front page has huge pictures of Prime Minister Narendra Modi welcoming him. Salam Modi is something that is quite normal seen in vicinity in Jerusalem as well. And Jerusalem is an old city. Jerusalem is a civilizational city where Prime Minister would be going. Holocaust Museum is something that is a living example of what happened with Jews during the Holocaust. So all this history, history, the present situation, diplomacy, counter-terrorism, everything would be on table when both the leaders meet at the King David Hotel in Jerusalem.
All right. So as far as the Prime Minister begins his two-day visit to Israel, saying that it will reaffirm deep and long-standing strategic partnership between the two countries, and will also present an opportunity to review common challenges as well as realign efforts towards achieving their shared vision for a robust partnership between two resilient democracies. And this is coming at a time where President Trump currently is addressing the State of the Union address, and he did make a mention of Iran because tensions have been visible in West Asia or in the Middle East for them. And this meeting is also now going to take place at the time when Prime Minister Modi is expected to have meetings with his counterpart, which is Benjamin Netanyahu, upon his arrival, and thereafter, for the first time, will be addressing the Israeli parliament, which is called the Knesset. So this is the departure statement there that has now been released on part of the Prime Minister. As far as the Prime Minister says that India and Israel share a robust and a multifaceted strategic partnership that has witnessed remarkable growth and dynamism in recent years. And I look forward to my discussions with Prime Minister Netanyahu aimed at further strengthening our cooperation across various domains, including science and technology, and also innovation, agriculture and water management, technology, defense and security, trade and investment, as well as people-to-people ties. And we will exchange views on regional and global issues of mutual interest. Let's, in the meantime, listen in, especially when it comes to the anticipation and the expectations are high upon this visit of the Prime Minister to Israel.
Well, we are thrilled to have Prime Minister Narendra Modi after 9 years in Israel. He is very loved in Israel. He has a very special relationship with Prime Minister Netanyahu. And we have gathered, we accumulated a number of agreements that we're going to sign during this visit. First and foremost, in the security field, we want to expand and enhance security, the defense industrial cooperation. In addition to that, we have just passed a resolution yesterday in our government allocating tens of millions of dollars to enhance cooperation in academic cooperation, in innovation, in agriculture.
So what we have put out is a departure statement on Israel, as the Prime Minister has also called his just post that has now come across that I'll be undertaking a state visit to Israel today and tomorrow. Our nations share a robust and multifaceted strategic partnership. Ties have significantly strengthened in the last few years. I'll be holding talks with Prime Minister Netanyahu in which we will discuss ways to strengthen cooperation across diverse fields. I will also meet President Isaac Herzog, the President of Israel. And this evening, I will be addressing the Israeli Parliament, the Knesset, and this is a tribute to the strong parliamentary and democratic ties that have connected us, and I will also interact with the Indian diaspora who have made big contribution in strengthening India-Israel friendship. So, Srijoy, good morning. Well, India calls as far as ties to be robust. He's going to be holding strategic partnership talks with his counterpart as well, and the main focus now shifts to defense, technology, trade, that is said to be on the agenda.
India uses a lot of Israeli weapons. About that, there is no doubt. But now we've got to a stage when India is not importing many weapons because of the Atmanirbharata issue. So what will happen are two things. One, an agreement for industrial defense industry cooperation, which means that Israel will and India will work together and work together to set up factories to produce material in India, develop and produce material in India. That's one. Prime Minister Netanyahu has also spoken of the Hexagon Agreement, where India, Israel, Greece, Cyprus, one Arab country and one North African country will get together and work together. Now, whether this goes ahead or not, whether there's discussion about it or not, remains to be seen.
Absolutely, because Srinjoy, what is to be also noted is as far as when it comes to the front page of the Jerusalem Post is also concerned, because they have come up with a full front page picture of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and the headline describes as the Jerusalem Post welcomes Prime Minister Modi with the iconic Namaste. So that seems to be the leading newspaper in Israel has already welcomed Prime Minister Narendra Modi ahead of his visit.
Yes, Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Netanyahu are good friends. They have worked together very well. Prime Minister Modi was in Israel in the past. Prime Minister Netanyahu has been here. So as a result, they understand each other, they know each other. And this is an opportunity because at this point, the problems, most of the problems in Palestine are largely over. The problems with the Hezbollah are largely over. The America-Iran crisis has not begun. So there is a window, and this is a window that the Prime Minister has chosen.
Absolutely. India has batted for peace, India has batted for dialogue, and India has already maintained that this is not an era of war. However, this is coming at a time when the situation in the Middle East continues to remain sensitive and volatile. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi has just left for his two-day visit to Israel. This is going to be one visit to look out for, and he soon would be meeting his counterpart in Israel, which is Benjamin Netanyahu, to which Prime Minister Modi refers to him as a dear friend. With that, we head into a short break.